Jeffrey Epstein had video surveillance in all of his homes and on his private island. And there have been articles after articles from witnesses who have said he videotaped sex acts with prominent people because he was trying to incur with young girls that he had procured to try to incur favor with those prominent people and potentially to be able to blackmail them. Now, that's a fact. And the FBI and other federal agencies have raided his houses. Do you have those tapes?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Capitol Insights. In today's episode, I'm diving into a fiery exchange on Capitol Hill that's catching everyone's attention. Senator John Kennedy confronted FBI Director Christopher Wray. Kennedy kicks things off with a bold question. Are prominent people above the law? He's frustrated by what he sees as a pattern of high-profile figures escaping real investigation. Kennedy wants to know if the FBI is truly holding everyone accountable, regardless of their status or power. Director Wray responds by saying that no one is above the law, but he refuses to confirm if specific individuals are currently under investigation. This lack of transparency fuels Kennedy's frustrations, setting the stage for the intense exchange that's about to follow. Kennedy presses Director Wray on the issue of drug cartels and the FBI's cooperation with Mexico. He questions why the U.S. isn't getting more support from Mexico in the fight against the powerful cartels flooding the U.S. with illegal drugs and trafficking. Kennedy suggests using economic leverage, like the NAFTA trade agreement, to pressure Mexico for more cooperation. Wray sidesteps the idea, explaining that while they've seen some progress in extradition and drug enforcement, it's not nearly enough. Kennedy emphasizes that more pressure is needed to protect American communities. And here's where things get even more intense. Kennedy brings up Jeffrey Epstein, asking Director Wray if the FBI has access to tapes, allegedly showing Epstein's connections with high-profile individuals involved in illegal activities. These are big questions that could have huge implications. But again, Wray remains tight-lipped. He says he can't discuss specific details about any ongoing investigations. Kennedy pushes Wray, pointing out that public reports suggest these tapes exist, and asking if the FBI plans to take further action. Despite the pushback, Wray stays firm in his refusal to share more, leaving Kennedy and viewers wondering if justice will be served. Finally, Kennedy emphasizes the need for accountability within the FBI. He highlights cases like the ongoing investigations involving Trump and suggests there may be political motivations at play. To him, it looks like a coordinated effort aimed at the president's main political rival right before an election. Kennedy believes the FBI has a duty to investigate these types of situations rather than dismissing them as conspiracy theories.
Why don't we use leverage of what I call NAFTA 2 to try to encourage the president of Mexico to cooperate more?
Yeah, I mean, NAFTA, of course, is a trade agreement, and I'm not really an expert on trade relations. Certainly, from an FBI perspective, we welcome every tool in the toolbox to try to improve the relationship and the cooperation, and I'm hopeful that the Mexican government will see the value of building on the successes we have had and take it to the level that it needs to be, because it's not where it needs to be.
Okay. Here's my second question. We know that Jeffrey Epstein, who is now deceased, and Ms. Maxwell, his associate, who's in prison, were engaged in a conspiracy of sex trafficking with minors. So are others. It's been widely reported. What's the FBI doing to investigate the other people that were involved in these sex trafficking rings?
Well, I'm not sure that I can confirm any specific individual.
Well, let me put it this way. Let me give you some facts, widely reported. Jeffrey Epstein had video surveillance in all of his homes and on his private island. And there have been articles after articles from witnesses who have said he videotaped sex acts with prominent people because he was trying to with young girls that he had procured to try to incur favor with those prominent people and potentially to be able to blackmail them. Now, that's a fact. And the FBI and other federal agencies have raided his houses. Do you have those tapes?
Again, I can't discuss the specifics of our law enforcement operations related to Mr. Epstein or Ms. Maxwell, but obviously we had very active investigation related to both of them. But whether it extends to other people, I'm not sure that's something
But here,
can comment on.
a suit was filed yesterday against one of those prominent people by one of the young women sex trafficked, allegedly, said he was part of the ring. It's on the front page, I don't know, is this New York Times, Wall Street Journal? And we keep seeing article after article after article, and we keep hearing about prominent person after prominent person after prominent person. I just want to know if these prominent people are above the law and are going to be, and aren't being investigated, or is the FBI investigating them?
Well, no one is above the law, number one. As to whether specific people are being investigated, that's not something that I, as I'm sure you can appreciate, can engage on here. We've devoted significant resources to the investigation.
Is it ongoing?
I'm not sure there's anything I can share with you on that, but let me see if we can get back to you and provide a little more information.
Well, for example, these allegations in this lawsuit, the civil action.
Yeah, I haven't seen
You ought to read
the article.
It'll trigger your gag reflex. Is the FBI going to investigate that?
Well, again, I haven't seen the article, but I would be happy to take a look at it and take it back and see if it's part of something
I'd
we're
just
already
like to
working on.
know,
I share your...
yeah, is the FBI still investigating this, or are these prominent people going to go scot-free?
I'm not sure that I can tell you whether or not there is ongoing work being devoted to this. I would be happy to take a look at the specific article. I share your disgust at Mr. Epstein's conduct and Ms. Maxwell's conduct.
And others.
The whole operation.
Okay. Thanks, Madam Chair.
Kennedy tells Wray that many Americans share his concern, especially when it seems like justice isn't being applied equally. He warns that the perception of bias within the FBI can damage public trust in law enforcement and urges Wray to take action. So there you have it, a highly charged exchange between Senator Kennedy and FBI Director Wray, touching on some of the most pressing issues facing the FBI and the justice system today. Whether it's election interference, high-profile investigations, or concerns about the influence of the powerful, Kennedy made it clear that he believes these issues need serious attention. What do you all think? Is the FBI doing enough to hold everyone accountable, or are there issues of transparency and justice that still need to be addressed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button on Capital Insights, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.